Old school hunting calibers outdated? Not even close. Some of the cartridges that were invented over a century ago are still putting venison in the freezer and taking down moose, elk, and bear without breaking a sweat. Here in 2025, these legendary rounds continue to prove themselves season after season. From thick timber hunts to wide open plains to African safaris, they have stood the test of time. Today we're looking at 5 classic hunting cartridges that are older than most of our grandfathers, but still trusted by serious hunters all over the world. Stick around, because number 2 is a forgotten heavyweight that's making a comeback. And number 1 might just be the deadliest hunting round ever created. Let's kick this off with number 5. Number 5. 375 H&H Magnum, introduced in 1912. When it comes to legendary cartridges, the 375 H&H Magnum sits in a class of its own. Born in the United Kingdom by Holland & Holland back in 1912, this round was engineered with one job in mind: dropping Africa's most dangerous animals. The secret is in the case design. That long tapered body with a belted rim feeds like butter in a bolt-action rifle. And when you're staring down a Cape buffalo or an elephant, that smooth chambering is not just convenient, it's life-saving. What makes the 375 so unique is its versatility. Load it light and it will take plains game with ease. Step it up with heavy solids or premium expanding bullets, and it becomes the global standard for big and dangerous game. Professional hunters around the world have trusted it for over a century because it delivers deep penetration, bone-crushing performance, and reliability in the harshest hunting conditions. Now, the recoil is stout, but for an experienced shooter, it's entirely manageable. And in many African countries, the 375 H&H is still the minimum legal cartridge for dangerous game. That's why so many guides call it the one-gun safari solution. No matter where you travel, this cartridge has you covered. Pros: legendary versatility across game sizes, deep penetration and proven stopping power on the largest animals, over 100 years of trusted field performance. Cons: rifles chambered in 375 H&H are usually long and heavy. Ammunition can be pricey and sometimes hard to track down. Number 4. 7mm Mauser, also known as the 7x57mm, first introduced in 1892. If you're talking about historic cartridges that still matter today, the 7mm Mauser is right up there near the top. Developed by the Mauser Company in Germany back in the late 1800s, this round became battle-proven almost overnight when the Spanish military officially adopted it in 1893. What set it apart was the way it shot. Flat, accurate, deadly consistent. Hunters quickly realized those same traits carried over into the field. The 7mm Mauser delivered a sweet spot, manageable recoil, excellent accuracy, and bullets that hit way above their weight class. The most famous endorsement came from W.D.M. Karamojo Bell. Armed with nothing more than this cartridge, he harvested over 1,000 elephants in Africa. That's not just a hunting story, that's living proof of deep penetration and lethal performance. Ballistically, the cartridge was ahead of its time. It pushes long for caliber bullets at moderate speeds, allowing them to drive straight and deep without excessive recoil. That's why even recoil-sensitive shooters or new hunters could handle it with confidence. Pros: legendary accuracy and flat shooting performance. Manageable recoil with surprising terminal effectiveness. Proven history on everything from deer to dangerous game. Cons: modern factory ammo often runs mild, loaded to lower pressures than the case is capable of. New hunting rifles chambered in 7x57 are not very common. Number 3. 270. Winchester, first released in 1925. When Winchester launched the 270 back in 1925, nobody knew it would become one of the most beloved hunting cartridges in North America. Built off a necked-down 30-06 Springfield case, the 270 throws a .277-inch bullet at serious speed. That combination gave hunters something new at the time: a flat trajectory, a fast strike, and recoil that didn't punish the shooter. But the 270 didn't just grow on its own. It had a champion. Gunwriter Jack O'Connor spent decades singing its praises in the pages of Outdoor Life. He called it his ultimate all-around hunting cartridge, and a generation of American sportsmen agreed with him. Almost 100 years later, the 270 Winchester is still packing freezers. From mule deer across the high plains to elk in the mountains, it remains a go-to option for hunters who want reach, accuracy, and power without jumping into full-blown Magnum recoil. Another strength? Ammunition is everywhere. Walk into just about any gun store in America, and you'll find multiple factory loads ready to roll. Pros: outstanding flat trajectory and high velocity for open country hunting. Ammo is widely available in almost every sporting goods store. Delivers strong performance without Magnum-level recoil. Cons: limited bullet weights compared to some other cartridges. Not always as precise as today's modern long-range specialty rounds. Number 2. 30-30. Winchester, first released in 1895. When you think classic American hunting cartridge, the 30-30 Winchester is the first one that comes to mind. Introduced back in 1895 for the Winchester Model 1894 lever action, this round was one of the very first smokeless powder success stories in the United States. That pairing of the 30-30 and a lever gun became legendary in the deer woods of North America. It was fast-handling, reliable, and it flat-out worked in thick brush where shots were close and quick. Its rimmed case and flat-nose bullet were designed with safety in mind, perfect for tubular magazines that stack cartridges end to end. That's why lever-action rifles chambered in 30-30 were trusted by generations of hunters. Now, no one's claiming it's a long-range round. But out to 150 yards or less, where most whitetail and hog hunts take place, the 30-30 delivers excellent knockdown power with recoil that's easy to manage. It's also a cartridge that teaches good hunting habits. Instead of stretching shots to the horizon, it forces hunters to close the distance, to stalk better, and to make those shots count inside the effective range. Pros: smooth recoil and lever action speed make it quick and comfortable to shoot. Proven effectiveness on deer and hogs inside normal hunting distances. Cons: flat-nose bullet design limits reach. Ballistics at longer range can't compete with more modern cartridges. Number 1. 30-06. Springfield, introduced in 1906. Topping the list is the undisputed king of American hunting cartridges, the 30-06 Springfield. Originally built for the United States Army in 1906, this cartridge served as the standard service round for more than 50 years. From World War I to Korea, it earned a battlefield reputation for accuracy, power, and reliability. That same performance carried over to civilian hunting rifles. The 30-06 quickly became the gold standard for North American hunters, and even today, it's still the measuring stick for every all-around cartridge that followed. Why? Versatility. The 30-06 can fire lightweight bullets for varmints, medium weights for deer and antelope, and heavy projectiles that will stop elk, moose, or even Alaska brown bear. It hits that sweet spot powerful enough for big game, but still manageable in recoil for the average hunter. On top of that, ammunition is everywhere. Every gun shop and every sporting goods counter in America stocks 30-06, and usually in multiple bullet styles and grain weights. For over a century, it has remained the do-it-all hunting cartridge, and that reputation isn't going away anytime soon. Pros: unmatched versatility across bullet weights and game sizes. Ammunition is widely available and affordable almost everywhere. Cons: recoil is stronger than smaller calibers, can be more than you need for small game, making it less specialized in those situations. There you have it, 5 historic cartridges that have stood the test of time and still earn their place in the hunting world today. Some are brush guns, some stretch the distance. But every single one has proven itself in the hands of hunters for over a century. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below telling us which one of these cartridges you've hunted with, and which one you'd trust the most on your next big game hunt.